Hello, Smiths and siblings. My name is TV Skyn, and welcome back to God of War Ragnarok, a game which is genuinely entertaining me a hell of a lot already. We're in the home of the dwarves for the first time. We've bought some gear to increase our power stats a little bit, because everything has to be an RPG nowadays. I do find it a little bit weird to have a power progression system like that based around gear for someone who's supposed to be a god. It's kind of the same problem that you have with Marvel games, where you level up your superheroes as though that makes any goddamn sense. But never mind. Who cares? Doesn't matter. The game is fun. Let's talk to Sindri.
I'll be ready when you are. Promise.
Oh, I could go close to him.
How do we unlock the realms?
We'll just need something from back at the workshop. Follow me, and be sure to bring the head. So, where exactly is Tyr being held?
He's imprisoned in a mine somewhere. That's all we know so far.
Let's see Sindri's journal entry. On our journey to Jotunheim, Sindri proved himself a valuable and capable blacksmith and a valuable ally. Now he's been helping Atreus in his search for Tyr. I'm unhappy this was done without my knowledge, though it is better Atreus was not alone on this path. I will attempt to spare the dwarf my wrath. It will not be easy.
The realm is full of mines, you realize. You'll need help narrowing it down. Oh, you should talk to Durlin.
Who's Darlin?
He's a cousin of ours, sort of. Works for the city on safety issues. Should have access to all kinds of information on mines. And I know he's no friend of Odin. That's why your mother sought his help when she was trying to whip up a rebellion. Ready?
A rebellion? Did you know about that?
I did not.
A rebel leader who knew Mom. Sounds like exactly what we need.
I think you missed the ta-da. Well, never mind. I'll have this oiled up in no time. Meet you at the gateway outside.
Rebel leader? Durlin? If that ain't giving a hound a haircut.
Huh?
And you just remember things however they pop into your being, don't you? I suppose you think Durlin's just counting the days until a couple of strays show up looking for trouble.
What do you mean, Brock?
Will he help us or not?
No, never mind. It ain't old Brock's place to cast asparagations on my relations.
Asparagations.
This smudge sponger notwithstanding.
Ignoring you.
Fine. Go darken Durlin's door. See for yourself how it goes. Just be warned, he's not the friendly sort of dwarf folk you're used to. He's cranky as all get out. And he talk funny, too.
Sounds like a true study in contrast.
I've always wanted to see your home realm. Svartalfheim sounds unique.
Svartalfheim? Huh, stupid Aesir name. We look like dark elves to you.
Oh, right. You call the realm something else.
Niðvellir, which is also the name of the capital city and where you should look for Durlin.
Damn city's so full of Odin fuckers nowadays. It ain't hardly somewhere a self-respecting dwarf would show his face.
Harsh, but accurate.
Nidavellir. Below the... under the something. I think. Under the something or other.
You hear that?
Wait, is that... That's not... Oh, that would be cool.
Are those some kind of dragons? They're
Oh.
so far, I can't tell how big they are.
Yeah, no, those are Nilhug. That's Nilhug. You've seen that name before, actually. Like, it's a name that's often used for, like, weapons and fantasy stuff. Nilhug. What Nilhug is a worm, specifically, not a dragon. But there's not that much distinction between the two in Old Norse folklore. And, they are worms that gnaw forever on the roots of the world tree. They're little snakes or worms, something that chew on the roots of the world tree. They're not really a threat to it. They're just sort of part of it. A part of what the world tree is, in the same way that, well, same way as Ratatosk and what's his name? Let me just Google. Ja, Vilfjörnir. I really hope... Oh, man. Are we going to see
Just need
Ratatusk?
the Bifrost in the head. Brock, do the touching.
Oh, this would be the part requiring my assistance then.
You said it. This device here has been crafted to your measurements. It'll help you get a better look at the problem with those Bifrost eyes of yours.
So, do I control this thing somehow then?
Oh, no. This is just to hold you in place while we shine this light in your eyes.
Oh, Cindy, you sodding bastard!
Open! Open now! I was really hoping not to use the eyelid clamps.
Do it.
Oh!
That's it! That's it! Good! Now, release!
Go on, Pleasant.
That's our cue. Come on, hurry!
I'm coming.
Grassful got eggs, man. What was that for?
You'll see soon enough. Need to adjust. There! That should do it. See? No permanent damage.
I'll show you permanent damage, you wee fuck. Kratos, throw me at him. Horns first.
Case you takes a joke, you old goat.
The Bifrost is broken.
Now that we've reconfigured these gateways to use Yggdrasil seeds, you won't need a travel table or a Bifrost lamp anymore.
I also used it for light.
Okay, good note. I'll figure something out, but first, come on, let me show you how it works.
But yeah, they mentioned Heshvelga. Heshvelga is the corpse eater. It's a very, very large bird. It's also part of Ragnarok, and it eats
Aim
corpses.
your key at the rune for Svartalfheim on the right, then concentrate.
Okay.
To get to any of those realms, you'll need a seed for them.
Asgard,
That's
Jotunheim,
Midgard in the
Milgård,
middle. I know you're not
Alfheim,
going back there anytime soon.
Vanaheim. So here's an interesting thing. Asgard is the home of the Aesir, and those are the ones that oftentimes people think of, oh yeah, those are the Norse gods, the Aesir, right? Except there are two types of Norse god. There's two classes of them, essentially. We have the Aesir, and we have the Vanir. And Vanaheim is the home of the Vanir. Freya is Vanir. Balder was Vanir as well. Frey, who's the brother of Freya, who's the god of the harvest, is Vanir. I believe Njord, who's the god of the sea, is Vanir as well. Whereas Odin, Thor, that whole side of the family, they are, for the most part, Aesir. And we don't really know why these two distinct classes of gods exist, because, again, remember, I believe Balder was a child of a Vanir who had the child with Odin. I can't remember. You might be right that Balder was Aesir as well. Njord was the foot guy. Oh my god, we need to tell that story at some point. Yes, he was the foot guy. Yeah, but I think Frigg might be Vanir. I can't remember. We don't know why there are these two distinct classes of gods. We do know that some myths that we have left suggest the idea of a war between the gods, that the Vanir and the Aesir had some kind of war and brokered a peace after that. Which then led them to becoming a unified class of gods. And there's a question as to whether that is some kind of mythological echo of an old war between cultures or a war between religious practices, or if it's just that some parts of the northern part of Europe worshipped the Vanir and some part worshipped the Aesir, and eventually that those two religious practices simply merged, that the gods simply intermingled with one another as the people did. We don't really know. Why do you think the god of the sea isn't as famous and the Vikings are popularly known for sailing? Again, Urbanoid, it comes back to the fact that we don't have most of Norse mythology. Like, most of Norse mythology is lost. Most of Norse mythology simply doesn't exist anymore. There might be many gods that we don't even know the names of anymore. There might be gods that used to be separate gods, but then eventually got merged into one figure, the same way that it happened with Zagreus and... party guy. Greek mythology. Zagreus and the freaking Bacchus, Dionysus, yes. In Greek mythology, right? Same way that happened, like, gods may have merged, like, they may have taken over certain aspects of one another's duties at some point or another. Like, Frey and Freya, for example, they are twin gods, right? Frey is the god of the harvest. He's the god of fertility in the sense of, like, nature and, like the flowering of trees, the flowering of whatever. And Freya is the goddess of love between people. That is, like, sex and fucking and stuff. But they might have been one god at one point that just got split in two. Or they might have been two gods who had similar remits that were then retconned into being siblings, essentially, to merge the religious practices of different communities. We don't know. Like, we just don't have evidence of the development of Norse mythology very much. We just don't have a lot of sources that sort of track the development of it. We have fragments from various times and periods that we sort of have to go by as best we can. And it's a lot of what we know about Norse mythology is informed by archaeology and a lot of interpretation of religious sites and old religious practices that we hear about in other people's accounts of the Vikings. I think Frey should be horny too. Yeah, I mean, Freya's brother was also the god of, like, animal fertility. So, like, animal husbandry. So, like, whenever you were breeding sheep or pigs or horses or whatever, like, that would have probably been his domain.
This should take you to the wetlands outside Nidavellir city. Just make your way to the town square and ask for Derlin at the tavern.
You sure they'll know him at the tavern?
Derlin's always been an inveterate inebriate. I suppose he might have completely changed, but in my experience,
Did you want to come with us?
Oh, I might drop in, but the wetlands are moist. And the Grim are everywhere. Hostile, slimy, foul-smelling creatures. But good luck!
Thanks. Wait, what?
I said good luck!
Whoa, do you feel that?
What's that, lad?
Anything, everything. It's warm.
Yeah, it's not cold here yet.
We can probably use this boat.
Fimbulvetr has spared Svartalfheim.
Careful, lad. Another wretch to the left.
Oh dear. Wretches. Oh, how I jump at this chance to smash these little blighters with a well-aimed hoof. The stench they... Oh, that's Mimir writing. The stench they give off rivals a troll's bunch, and then some. On their own, they may seem like an easy foe, but rarely are they seen without companions. A pack of wretches, blah blah, arrive in the wetlands. Okay.
Why are these things so fast?
Guess they have to be to survive. Jeez.
Behind you!
Yeah, I know. Okay, maybe the blades will be better at taking care of it.
Another rat! To the left!
Oh my god, go away.
I see we're already off to a lively start.
Atreus, you dropped your guard.
I got the boat free, though. We can head through these channels when you're ready.
Okay, let's see. Any more stuff? To be fair to Atreus, I also dropped my guard. I assumed it was just going to be like a little mini cutscene playing and I was off collecting stuff. So, mistakes on both of us.
I still can't believe Mom led a whole rebellion here against Odin and never talked about it.
The fact that it didn't go well might have covered that notion.
What your mother did before we met was her business.
Did you ever ask?
Eyes on the water. There are resources.
There's also little ugly things jumping around up there. Anyway, want me to tell you the story about foot fetish in Norse mythology?
You never asked Mom about what she used to do. What did you talk about when you met? Like, did you just say, "Woman, guard the house. I will go to catch fish in the river," and then leave for 5 days?
No. Your mother was far better at fishing than I.
Are you done talking? Can I talk now? Okay. So, it's a little bit of a complicated one, but essentially, Loki caused some trouble. Quite a lot of trouble, actually. And in causing that trouble, he got a giant killed. And, like, he died pretty brutally. And as we saw in the fight with Thor, there is the principle of blood debt in the Norse mythology, like that when you kill someone can come and ask for payment for the sins that you've committed against them. And so the daughter of this giant is named Scale, which means harm. And she arrives in Asgard with a pretty legitimate claim that Loki and caused her father to be slain by the gods, and therefore she is claiming her right to blood debt. Which the gods obviously are not super willing to pay. Eventually she demands to have Balder as her husband. Because she decides, like, he's the most beautiful and gorgeous and valuable of all of the gods. And so she wants him as her husband. And Odin is like, we kind of can't let Balder go because of the whole Ragnarok thing, perhaps, but mostly just because he doesn't wanna. And so he and Loki come up with a scheme, and he says, okay, all right, you know what? You can have your pick of any of the male gods that you want. Probably also the female ones, knowing the Old Norse. But, you know, any of the gods that you want to have as your husband, absolutely, you can have any of them. But you will have to pick looking only at their feet. Right? And so the gods have Balder, like, dirty his feet, like, just absolutely slather them with mud and dirt and pig shit and, like, whatever they can think of. Just slather the ugliest, most heinous, horrible feet they can possibly think of. And they line up all of the gods. And it's basically like, whoever gets picked is gonna have to take the is gonna have to take the L on this one, but we don't want to give up Balder. And Scale then walks up and down the line of just these feet that are sort of sticking out from below a cover, and it's like, okay, which one? And she finds the cleanest, most beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, well-formed, perfect feet she has ever seen in her life. And she says, that must be Balder, that one. Turns out it's Njord, god of the sea, and his feet are so gorgeous and clean because he washes them in the ocean and the salt water every single day. And so Scale gets to have the god of the sea as her husband instead. And they are actually quite happy together. They seem to have a decent home life, and they care for one another. But by the sea, where the seagulls are screaming all the time, Scale comes from the mountains, and she just can't stand the noise up there. And so Njord agrees to move to the mountains with her. And up there, unfortunately, he misses the sea. And he misses the sound of the seagulls, but he can't stand the howling of the wolves at the moon at night. And so eventually they come to the understanding that they can't really live together, unfortunately. They just don't feel comfortable in one another's homes. And so they go their separate ways again. But depending on how you read the story, essentially it's a thing of like they're still married, they just live separately kind of thing. Anyway, that's the story about foot fetishism in Norse mythology. So what's this stuff on the river? That's probably bad. Or maybe it's good. Cool, there's resources. More little skittering critters. I see you little fuckers. Yeah, you're right up there. I see you. See any other stuff? Charged ram. Haha. Okay. Seems to be about all that's there. Treasure chest. No, it's not as weird as the prompt makes it sound. But it's just funny to call it foot fetishism. It's just very funny. It's hilarious, actually. Like, it's not as kinky as that time Loki fucked a horse, you know? Or, well, got fucked by one, more specifically. And impregnated, also, just to add that to the mixture. Or the time that Thor cross-dressed
Did you see that over there?
and nearly married a giant. Loki was cross-dressing too in that story. And seemed sort of to have a lot of fun with it, honestly, reading between the lines.
That wheel is blocking the channel.
I imagine if you can turn it, we should be able to get through.
So these are wetlands, huh? Pretty accurate.
It is a bog.
The smell is making my eyes burn.
You know, it is a fair bit more potent than when I last visited, now that you mention it.
Looks like the path continues on the other side of that geyser.
Can't jump through the geyser, huh? Okay.
If only we were in Midgard. That water'd be frozen in a second.
Like that? Okay. What about over here? It's a chest. Oh, God. Yeah, right. Those little challenges. Let's see. It's 2. Am I just blind? Where's the 3rd? Oh, wait, I bet. Yep, there we go. It's a Nornir
Looks to
chest,
be an
too.
artifact from the Dwarven Resistance. Freyd Mars Brassard, the father of a few dwarves you may be well familiar with. Brock may be interested in getting these back.
Huh. Hreidmar is known for 2 things. Firstly, he was one of the great armorers of the Svartalfheim. Secondly, his sons are all dragons. That's right, Hreidmar fathered the dragons you now know as Regin, Fafnir, and Otter. Wasn't a terribly good father by any measure, unless you directly rate one's paternal ability to the amount of fire their sons can breathe anyway, but damn if he couldn't make a good set of plate mail. Odin wanted him to design the Einherjar's armor. Hreidmar obliged. By obliged, of course, I mean built a fatal flaw into the armor that would cause the breastplates to snap like stale bread from the slightest blow. About a dozen Einherjar died before the Allfather realized what had happened. They caught Hreidmar trying to escape through a realm gate, travel gate. You can imagine what happened next.
In his hands than out in the open.
Which version do you like of Thor and Loki the most? God of War, Marvel, or Gulhorn? Valhalla. Valhalla is the best one. Peter Messon's Valhalla.
Think that's dirty, Mr. Khan?
Ah, good old dwarven craftsmanship.
Is it gonna fall down immediately?
Tyr was a friend to the Giants. I wonder if he and Mom ever met. If he was a part of the rebellion here.
It's certainly possible. The god of war often advocated for the giants. Although I don't recall if he ever declared allegiance outright.
2 ravens, huh? Specifically 2 of them, huh? 2 ravens, huh? Huh. Hello, you little fuckers. Yeah, still can't actually parry that. Okay. Fine.
Nicely done.
Yeah, if you just attack the ones that are actually coming for us. You are troublesome little bastards, you know that? Ow. I wonder if I'm going to prefer a blocking shield eventually. Yeah, I know. I have to parry. I know. You don't gotta neg me about it, video game. Come on.
Left side, incoming!
There we go. Ah, more of them. Jeez. Fine. Stab, stab. That worked okay. Where are we going? This way, I guess. We need to turn the wheel. So... La-ta-ta-tee. Where else then? So we slid down with this. Now we're here. I guess we just climb up over there. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, there's gotta be some way to turn the wheel up here.
Unless we're on the wrong side, but we never are. Someone in chat asks how I feel. Okay.
Give a man some warning if he's about to suddenly end up snout deep in cheek.
The ground.
Was that an earthquake?
An occasional but not unheard of happenstance in Svartalfheim. With all the mining here, the land's bound to be a wee bit bothered.
Think you can reach the wheel from here?
Okay. Someone in chat asked how I feel about the treatment of Norse mythology and history, being Norse myself. I'm not so bothered by it. Especially, like, it's sort of, there's a part of me that's a little bit like, man, like, why does the number one thing most people know about Norse mythology have to be the fucking Marvel movies, right? Like, a part of me is a little bit like, yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but there's so much more to it than that. But on the other hand, like, we have, like, 5 national governments whose job it is to, like, who put a lot of money into researching and protecting our history and, like, communicating it and like, keeping an eye on it. And so, like, I don't really feel any threat to Norse mythology from the way that it's portrayed. It's not like indigenous American myth and history, for example, which is very much under threat from like white supremacy in the U.S., for example. So it's like I'm personally mostly fine with it. It doesn't really do any harm.
I was thinking, because it's so warm, maybe it's not that the cold hasn't made it here yet, but maybe it's just different in Svartalfheim?
Aye, lad. Thimble winter doesn't strike all realms quite the same way.
Weird that Thimble winter doesn't always make it winter.
In Midgard it does, but as you can see, the effects here appear far more gaseous in nature. Observe the geysers. Observe the aforementioned aroma. These effects were present before in some form, but now there's new extremity to them.
Oh, so it's not that the change in climate necessarily makes it, like, changes the temperature in equal ways everywhere. It's just that the change in climate causes different extremities to the...
Think we can fit under that bridge?
To the way that the weather behaves. Oh, okay. Okay. Son of a bitch. Okay, dodging backwards doesn't really do anything for that. Whew. I need an enemy that's worth spending rage on at some point. I really do. Kratos is such a straight-ahead kind of guy. Like, just, oh, there's a chest with a lid on it. Through the lid. Faster than taking it off. Huh. Who killed that one? And also, how do I get to the thing I... Oh, hello. Does that do anything? Yes. Haha. This is... I think this is where I got that bucket down. Yoink. Yoink. You really shouldn't bury your dead out in the open like this. Someone could just come along and take their stuff.
Find anything good up there?
Yes. Yoink. There we go. Back on the boat. And then we sail 5 meters to dock again.
Behind you, brother!
Come on, need to practice the damn parry.
Behind you, father!
Oh, those little shits.
Right side! Incoming!
Okay, fine. That's enough out of you.
Did they cap those geysers? I think we need to get that wheel moving, but the water doesn't reach.
Need to increase the pressure then. Can we freeze another geyser?
Behind you!
Yay! What do we have here then? Darkdale handles. Sure. Any runic attacks for those yet? Nope. How about the Leviathan axe? What do we got here? The Grip of Darkdale. Huh. Killing enemies with Frost Awaken causes Frost Shock when refrosts. Okay, cool.
Those things are everywhere.
Guess we just... What's that do? Okay. So what was the point of going up here? Oh, over there. I guess I can't hit that from down here. Yeah, that was the point. Okay. Oh, I think there was a subscription to the channel a little while ago. 28 minutes ago, actually. Oh, sorry. Easy Vault 23. Thank you. Can't hit it from here either. Yes, I can. Aha!
Yes! The wheel's moving and the gate's coming down.
That's dwarven ingenuity for you.
If the dwarves of this realm are anything like Brock and Sindri, it's hard to imagine them siding with Odin.
Well, all too often people are blinded to all but their immediate self-interest. Odin offered them safety, and defying him can be quite dangerous.
Maybe they just need a couple of gods to come along and take the fight to him.
Atreus, that is not why we are here.
I was only joking.
War is not a joke, especially where gods are concerned.
We would know. Okay. Smash boom. I want you. I want you so bad. I want you. I want you so bad. It's driving me mad. It's driving me mad.
Yikes. This place is wrecked. And yes, I am staying alert. There are probably tons of those Grim around.
At least a few, yeah. Good job, Axe. Whoa. Don't like that very much. They like flanking those little shits. That's a different one. Oh, fuck off.
Left side, brother!
Yeah, okay. That was annoying. Let's just take him out of the fight to start with.
Behind you, brother!
Right side! Incoming!
I think the fuck not. That's better. Oh, wait, hang on. There's that thing. Some rage. Grab that. And then we have this. Okay, what's the combination we're trying to make then? Cause it says so. And then it's another. Right, so we need... Oh, come on! 3 of them.
Man perched up high! Knock him down!
They just have infinite range on that shit, don't they? Ah! Why is it so hard to dodge? Oh, fuck off. Kratos, would you like to hit them? Oh, these little shits are really annoying me. Hell. Okay, we need... Yes, I know. We need the Ev, we need the N and the B. So we have one of them here. Cool. Now we just need another one. Oh, okay. We can start with... No. Okay, spinners, where are you? Where are ya, ya spinny bastards? Can I read runic script? No. I know a couple of them. But I cannot read runic script. Well, there's another one. Do you have the Ev, or do you have the... That's the N. Cool. Okay, where's the last one of you?
Good thing you learned the runes, brother.
Careful, traveler. This road leads to Nidavellir. Sure, but so too does it lead to dangers beyond mention. If you give a damn about your own safety, you'll find an alternate route to the City of Iron. Should you succeed, find me so I can spread the word of whichever route you took that didn't end with you getting your skin peeled off and your body by something hungry and pissed off. Skin peeled off your body by something hungry and pissed off. Okay. Traveling seems fun around here. No? Okay. Anyone else see that, spinamajig we're supposed to find here somewhere? Oh, ERCC, thank you for that, thank you for that subscription. That's kind of you. Oh, good lord, that takes us to 101. Oh, there it is. Can't see what it says, but I can at least A/B test my way through it. There we go. Maximum rage increase. Sweet.
I think that's everything here. Want to get going?
Thank you, game designers, for including that prompt so that you know when you're done. Yeah, it's trial and error, not an A/B tech. I know, Jack, I know. Okay, where are we going? This way.
It seems, Atreus, you intend to recruit Tyr as an ally for war.
I'm trying to keep our options open. Let's just keep moving. I'm glad we're out here, exploring a new realm. Maybe...
Hey, Lucian!
Try to enjoy
Thank you
the
for the
warmth.
subscription.
Looks like we gotta find a way to open that gate if we want to get to Nidavellir.
Nidavellir. I'm still puzzling over the route because it's something below...
It's too fast.
Then how shall we catch it?
Flank it. Attack from behind.
Good.
He sounded proud of that. Yeah, okay. So I do need to be behind.
You did it!
Worm, literally just a worm. A mysterious creature. Mimir tells me it was born from an ember that escaped Surtur's hammer as he worked his forge. The steward of Muspelheim used his bellows to breathe life into the ember, and its first act of existence was to steal and consume the precious metals the smith had been using to forge a weapon. Mimir tried to tell me Surtur, I would say, found this amusing. Were I Surtur, I would not be amused. Yeah.
Let's see what it dropped.
Hella crafting components and some health. How nice.
Father, up there. Halfway there. There's gotta be another chain to lower the rest of the gate.
Why can't anything ever be simple? Ah.
Grim, perched up high! Knock him down!
Really just trying not to get poisoned right now.
Poisoning your back!
These goddamn things. Splash. Okay, those are really annoying.
That geyser from here?
Good question. Can I? Yes, I can. And that will drop the pressure in the other one? No, it won't, but we can. Okay. Meh. There we go.
Oh, I think I get it. If you freeze the geyser, the pressure will turn the wheel.
I see that. And what does that do for us? Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so we do that one.
Block's coming down.
And then... yoink. And then...
Nice one.
there we go.
Can you see anything from that block?
Good question. Can I? Well, elevator. Makeshift, but it works. Heavy ruining
That's one
attack?
of Kvasir's poems.
Kvasir's?
Very highbrow. You should collect any others you find.
A story of relentless genius from the mind of Kvasir. Imagine, dear reader, if you so dare, creatures of metal that screech through the air, that swim through the seas, that bound across the land, but are brought to their knees by a warrior's hand. Her origins hidden, her hair red as blood, finding places forbidden, buried under the mud. But who's this young girl who is more than she seemeth, who will rescue her people and slay these behemoths? So, Kvasir. But yeah, no, that's a Horizon Zero Dawn reference. Kvasir was, depends on the story that you listen to, but basically he... hang on, now I need to be sure I get this right, I'm not confusing him with another one, because he was the guy who was... yes, right, okay, so remember how I talked about that there's two kinds of gods, two classes of gods, Aesir and Vanir? Well, at the end of the war between the two, when they came together for peace negotiations, one of the ways that they sealed that pact was by all of the gods basically spitting into the same vat. All of them just spat into the same vat. And that was sort of like by mixing spit, by mixing the fluid from their body that was supposed to sort of seal the deal for the peace agreement. Sort of the same principle as when two people would mix their blood together and then they'd be blood brothers, right? Kvasir was born from that spit. Like that, they basically congealed and formed a person who then became the wisest and most celebrated poet and scholar and thinker of all of the gods, who just knew everything and spread knowledge, and who was incredibly connected to poetry and to skaldship, or being a bard, essentially. And eventually 2 dwarves called Fjalar and Galar killed him, and they drained all of his blood out of the body and mixed it with honey, which created mead, the mead of poetry, it was called, which essentially contained all of the wisdom of Kvasir, and all of his genius and all of his poetic soul was contained within that blood. And they turned that into mead, and they kept it for themselves because they were dwarves and they were greedy. And so he's sort of essentially kind of a patron god of alcohol, and the idea that alcohol sort of unlocks the poetry of the soul kind of thing.
Lad, if I may, what exactly are you hoping to learn from Tyr?
Well, like I said, I was hoping he could tell me something about Loki. I'd also like to hear some of his stories. Traveling to other lands, giant stuff, and maybe about what it was like to fight back in the day. Just for the history, obviously.
History.
Let's hope Tyr's in a talkative mood after being imprisoned for so long.
Did I just go
Not
back
all
the way I
of Odin's
came?
captives can be as charmingly voluble as myself.
We have no proof Tyr is truly here.
Kratos, you know better than this. Like, it was contained in a magical prophecy in a
You think there will be
thing.
another one?
It's unlikely, but geological disturbances tend to be unpredictable.
If the geysers and smell here are worse because of Fimbulwinter, maybe the earthquakes are too?
Aye, you might be onto something, lad.
Atreus, look ahead.
Wow, now this looks like a city.
Welcome to Nidavellir, brothers.
Pretty sure that tale ends with Odin turning into an eagle and drinking the mead, then regurgitating it for other people to drink. Yeah, that's the other thing, is like Odin eventually finds out about this and is kind of pissed about it. So he threw a bunch of, like, he tricks a bunch of people. He sleeps with a giant like 4 or 5 times. Eventually manages to get himself a hold of that mead of poetry, and he drinks it all down and turns into an eagle, and then he flies home. But the family of the giant that he had a lot of sex with figure out what he's done, and they come after him, and in order to escape them, because he's so heavily laden with the mead, he has to poop some of it out of his butt, just to lighten himself and get a little lighter. And that mead that sort of Odin shits out eventually becomes lesser mead. Like, that becomes shitty beer, like shitty mead, essentially, like weak piss mead that comes from there. That's Odin's shit mead. But he gets back home to Asgard. He vomits all of the rest of the mead up into a big cask, and then that becomes the mead that the gods themselves drink from for fun, when Odin lets them, anyway.
Hey, dwarves! Oh. They're, running away.
Historically a good idea from Kratos.
An alarm.
I'd only sound an alarm like that if I still had my body, and was fearing the notion of being detached from it.
Wild that for us, though.
They are scared.
Most definitely an alarm, I'm afraid.
Why is everybody hiding?
Stay alert.
The art design here is gorgeous.
Talk to you for
Any trouble, please?
They'll be no help, to be sure. Best we find the tavern Sindri mentioned on our own, and hope they let us in.
The buildings here really are incredible.
They are.
Detail in the woodwork is quite extraordinary.
Wonder how I break that. Guess that's a thing I'm gonna get later.
Is that a statue of Odin? They must really love him here.
Yeah, love. Not so sure. I started to read Irish myths, and the thing I heard a lot is that Vikings destroyed a lot of Irish culture, but I can't really believe it because how much I like the two cultures are. It's a thing. The Vikings, over the period of time when they were raiding and conquering England, also settled on the Irish island as well. But like the thing that, like, as Boris the Duck points out in chat there, the thing that mostly destroyed Irish culture and heritage was the English and their Christianity. That's what destroyed Irish culture most of all. But it is true that the Viking culture is like they colonized in both Scotland and Ireland, and their cultures intermingled with the locals.
Hello. I'd return your surprise, but I did know you'd be here. I've got something for you.
They intermingled, they mixed and matched with each other, and sort of became inspired myths and stories in one another, as far as we know.
Take your time.
Again, we know more about, like, we probably know more about old Irish mythology than we do Viking mythology. But yeah, there's some overlap there.
Whenever you're ready.
Is he going to give us something to deal with that?
What is it, dwarf?
You know, I'm glad I came back here at least once before Ragnarok. Oh, if these cobblestones could talk. Then they'd have mouths. Filthy, disgusting mouths. Do you mind if I fiddle with your bow? Oh, you are long overdue for a replacement. Taking advantage of certain materials. Ow! Structural sensitivity to sonic vibrations has been something I've been meaning to try for quite some time now.
Thanks for finally trying it. What's it gonna be this time?
Patience. I find it's best to see these things in action.
Stringing a bow is very hard.
There. Oh, take aim at that gate there. But before you loose, say Skialfa.
Skjalf? Skjalf. That's a shelf.
Well, I certainly didn't expect you to disturb half the creepy crawlies in Nidavellir.
How was I supposed to know they were there?
Oh my god. Get away from me. You little... Oh my god. Fuck off. They are very annoying once they get to you.
Okay. So, Durlin. Sindri, any idea where the tavern is?
Do I look like I've ever been to a filthy tavern? The sewer you just punched a hole through seems promising, though. For you. It should lead to the other side of the city. It's not like you're able to open other doors around here.
No, but I am able to make my way through that barrier back there. Gimme,
So this
gimme.
lockdown really is because of...
Lore scroll. Shopping list. Let's see. Don't want to hear about any more about shortages. Aesir got exactly what we need. My work shouldn't have to suffer just because they get off on being withholding. Anyway, I need barrel of oil, as many bundles of firewood as can be spared, 5 ingots of poor Svartalfheim steel, and, oh yeah, goddamn food to goddamn eat.
Oh my, yes. Odin's grip on this realm is so firm, any outsider is considered a threat.
Sounds like an Odinism if I ever heard one.
Woo! Just goes away.
Another of Kvasir's poems.
Let's see. The armies assembled 9 warriors strong, well rested and fed, for the war would be long. The orb in the air and branches in hand, a swing, a collision, the spectators stand. For 9 nights and 9 days they fight without rest, running, then waiting to prove themselves best. Until finally, mercifully, the army does rout, one army triumphant, the other stuck out. Is he talking about baseball? Very meta. Very silly. Yeah, it's the Mets. It's about the Mets. Love the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. Let's go the Mets. Let's see. How about up here? We've already been there, right? Yeah, I already smashed that thing. Okay, I've run out of other things to smash. Let's go smash whatever's in there.
Best of luck.
Wait, no, hang on.
Any outsider is considered a threat. Is that to protect the dwarves?
Sounds like it. But knowing Odin, there's sure to be an ulterior motive.
At your service.
Kratos can now purchase resurrection stones. Ah. Yeah, probably want to get at least one of those.
Till we meet again.
Wait, is that all he had? No. I can upgrade those things, which... the little thing. Armor,
What can I make
special aim,
for you?
sell. Oh, cool.
I'll take him.
Sweet.
Nothing appeals to
Oh,
you?
goddammit. Let's see. Can I get upgrade? I can upgrade my armor. That might be good. Blocks and parries will empower next attack. Enemy has a high luck chance to increase strength. Yeah, let's just upgrade that then. Yoink.
A good fit.
Let's see.
I'll disinfect my tools.
Yeah, Frozen and Chaos Flames to upgrade the weapons. That's fine. I could craft the shield, but nah. Upgrade that? Nah.
Be safe.
I think we're good now. Back into the sewers. And actually, looking at the time, it's about an hour now, and our little foray into the sewers seems like a good place to cut an episode. So, if you've enjoyed hanging out in the world of God of War Ragnarok with me, you can hit the like, comment, and or subscribe buttons down below. That'll let you know when more of this comes out. If you want to watch the VODs over on the Twitch channel, you'll have to subscribe to the Twitch channel because that gives you access to VODs. There's early access for episodes if you're a member of the VOD channel, the Let's Play, the channel that you're watching this on right now. Yes, self-promotion, Patreon, merchandise store, blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to be kind to one another, and may the tides of history wash gently over us all.